We turn our focus now to the fight on graft. And Agriculture Principal Secretary Richard Lesiyampe has been released on a 3 million shillings cash bail.
The PS was charged in court alongside former Managing Director of the National Cereals and Produce Board, Teter and NCPB Finance Manager Cornel Kiprotich over the 5.6 billion shillings maize scandal.
The three are among 8 suspects arrested by Ethics and Anti-Corruption Commission officials. 5 were arrested in Eldoret.
NTV Silas Apollo followed the event and filed this report.
The Director of Public Prosecutions, Nordin Haji, says that Dr. Lesiyampe, Teter, the 3 and 13 others are to blame for the multi-billion shillings maize scandal. And barely 2 hours after an order to arrest the suspects had been given, detectives from the Ethics and Anti-Corruption Commission pounced on them. At the Milimani Law Courts, the 3 were charged with a conspiracy to defraud the government funds, abuse of office and willful failure to adhere to procurement laws. They pleaded not guilty.
Failed to adhere to provisions of Section 68(1)(a) of the Public Finance Management Act by incurring expenditure of Kenya shillings 5,604,165,000 towards the purchase of white maize under the Strategic Food Reserve Fund for the financial year 2017-2018.
The DPP and the EACC say that the accused had inflated the purchasing price of maize by over 5 billion shillings. EACC Deputy Chief Executive Officer Michael Mubea says Lesiyampe and the 15 others paid out 11 billion shillings instead of the 6 billion shillings that had been budgeted for the maize.
The genuine farmers have not been paid, and that is a concern. Or that was our concern as we undertook the investigations.
Mubea says that as of today, 8 suspects had been arrested, with another 5 arrested and detained at EACC offices in Eldoret. He said the commission was in pursuit of the remaining 8.
That evidence is reviewed afresh by the DPP independently, and we all arrived at the same conclusion. We believe we have a very good case.
The Eldoret offices were also a hive of activities as lawyers of the 5 sought to attend to their clients ahead of their appearances in court. In Nairobi, the prosecution asked the courts to allow its time to present the 5 before the court to take plea. Dr. Lesiyampe is in trouble for irregularly reauthorizing the National Cereals and Produce Board, the custodian of the country's strategic grain reserve, to buy maize using an unauthorized budget. NCPB bought the maize on behalf of the Strategic Food Reserve Oversight Board for 2 years from October 16, 2016. Lesiyampe and his co-accused were released on a 3 million shillings cash bail pending mention of their case.
Each who holds a passport, whether Kenyan or not, is required to deposit it in court. Secondly, to the extent that any of the accused persons does not hold a constitutional office, they shall only access their said offices from now henceforth, after having been charged, upon the written authority of their respective departments or agencies.
Dr. Lesiyampe and his 2 co-accused are expected back in court in the next 3 weeks, with another batch of suspects set to take plea tomorrow. Silas Apollo, NTV.